Not my child, but my little cousin that I babysit frequently when he was younger. When he was 4, he began drawing a particular building non-stop, except it wasn't a typical 4-year-old's scribbly drawings. He had drawn it similar to how an architect would, on an angle and using folded paper as a makeshift ruler to make straight lines. It was absolutely insane. He had the windows drawn perfectly in line. Everything was dimensional. He would spend hours drawing this building over and over. One day, when he was sitting in another room drawing, I walked by and noticed that he was drawing something else. It was an aerial view of a city block, except it had a couple of buildings and some other blank spaces he had drawn, maybe 40, 50 X's on the page, some in a kind of formation, others by the corner of the buildings and by trees, somewhere inside the buildings. I asked him what the X's were and why some were inside buildings and why some were outside. The kid infantry is looking out the window. What was that? I didn't hear you. We were losing daylight and had to move fast to make it through. My men took the building and were looking out the window. Your men? What are you talking about? He looked at me with such a pained expression. I'll never forget it. He pushed his drawing back and sat for a moment, staring at it. Then very quietly said, "Those were my men." Excused himself from the table. This kid was an absolute hellion. Never excused himself and walked away with his head down. I didn't push the subject. He made several more graphic war drawings when he was 4 or 5, but when he reached age 6, it was like his drawing ability greatly regressed. He drew more like a 6-year-old and less like a precise architect. He never mentioned infantry or his men again. Note, no one in his family was in the military and would have never been exposed to anything like that.